Hey, do you own a campground? You can use SimpleTix to handle all of your tent and campsite reservations. In this video, I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to build an event together, set up our ticket prices, and actually build our entire campsite, pick your own tent seating chart. All right, let's dive in. So the very first step is to create a brand new event. So go ahead and just say our long weekend in May here. We have our event type, category, and subcategory all set. And the next step is to choose our venue. So we already created an event on the site, so we'll choose our existing venue. If you have a brand new SimpleTix site, you'll have to put your venue details in here. All right, so let's paste in some sample text right now about the event, but this is where you want to spruce it up to make it more interesting and more exciting. All right, now we'll put in our event image. So I have it right here. I'll just drag and drop it in like that. And now I can crop it. So kind of crop it to show more of the tents, just like that. Perfect. And I'll click done. And I'll click next. All right, so now we'll set up all of our event times. Now, they're gonna buy one ticket that's good for multiple days. So don't be tempted to go over here and choose multiple dates and then choose like specific dates and then pick a bunch of dates through here. You're not going to want to do that. Since you're only paying for one ticket that's good for multiple dates, go ahead and still choose one-time event here. So this event will start on May 21. So I'll go over here and choose May 21. So it's May and May 21. And I believe it starts at 3 p.m. So I'll choose 3 p.m. on our little date picker right here. Awesome. And the end time is not the same day. It's going to be May 24th at 11 a.m. That's the time to head home, everybody. 11 a.m. Perfect. Okay, that's all set up. Now we're going to do reserved seating. So I'll choose the option right here. And now I'll click next. All right, so before we actually build, I keep calling it a seating chart, but it's like more of our tent chart. Before we build that, we're gonna set up our pricing. So the first price level is called full services, and that's gonna be $150. And the next one is power and water for $135. The last one is just called power, and that will be for $120. And the last one is no servatives, so they're getting kind of primitive. That would be $75 flat rate. All right. Now, if we wanted to pass over our credit card processing fee and all of our, SimpleTix fees to the customer, we can click this button right here, and we get a little bio of kind of explaining what that is. But if we go ahead and tap that, that will pass over that fee if we want to charge a service fee. But for now, I'll leave it at 0. But if we did want to charge that service fee, we could totally do it. We want ticket sales to begin right away as soon as we're ready. So we'll leave the specific dates for everything to start and end. We'll leave it that way. However, if we wanted to say, hey, the event starts on May 21, we want all ticket sales to be done a week before. That way we have enough time to set everything up. We could do that over here. We could set a specific end date for the sales, but for now we'll leave it the way it is. I'll click next. All right, so now we're gonna build our seating chart. We're pretty much on the page where we start building our seating chart. And I'll show you the Microsoft Publisher file here. This is the seating chart that we're pretty much going to build. And I keep saying seating chart. We've always done seating charts for theaters, but it's a tent or RV site. So let's dive in. So basically, I'm going to move this over to my right monitor and kind of build it onto the screen right here. So I'll just do bits and pieces of it so I don't bore you. We will call these booths. We have an option in SimpleTix for booths, so I'll create these as booths. And I'll sort of make them match the design a little bit closer. So it'll be more of a narrow, quite long. And we'll start with number 23 because it's right in front of me here. So moving it like this. And I'll kind of show you what I'm working on over here. So this is 23. And I can see it's a full services one. It's tinted this like cyan color. So I'll go over here and choose the full services option. There we go. One thing I forgot to do is actually change the colors on the prior page to be the right colors. I'll change that later, but it would have been better for me to have done that from the beginning, actually. So in the previous step, when you create the ticket types, you have the option you have the option in settings to change the specific colors. That would have been a good time to do cyan for this particular one. But either way, let's keep moving forward here. So the next one will be water and sewer, I believe, is this one right here. So I'll do that one next. And what I could also do to speed this up is sort of use the cloning feature. So I'll go here and let's use this clone option and basically shrink it down just like this. And that will be the water and sewer for that one. And let's go actually put the names in too. So this is 23. So I'll go ahead and say 23 for this one, click enter. And this one right here is number 24. Okay, so for the next maybe 30 minutes or so, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep cloning this, maneuvering them around to basically match this Microsoft Publisher version of it. All right, so let's pause the video here. All right, so it took about 30 minutes and now I'm complete. Here is the chart of all the RV parking spots and some tent parking spots, some tent spots here too. I wasn't able to build in the road. I'll have to figure out how to do that next, but basically people get the general idea that this is the road right here. We can do some other indications of that. People will be able to see it. But yeah, so pretty much this is our RV parking map right here. And every single space, I actually updated the colors too, are sort of matching what they should look like. So over here, this is going to check our source version here, and the final version is perfect. So the very next thing for me to do is click the publish button on the top. If you make any changes in here while you're working on it, always click publish. And now I will click the save button on the bottom of the page here. Super. Okay, so now let's look at our event. So go to events right here, and here's my event. I'll click on it. And I'll go to the dashboard to get the URL of this page. Actually, make sure you add your Square, Stripe, or PayPal account first. We always recommend using Square. I'll close this, and let's take a look at our new page. All right, so this is the image that we, I pretty much found this on the internet. This isn't the real image, but definitely upload a good graphic for your event. And yep, here's all the details. Here is the location of where it is. On the bottom of the page, it usually has your organization name. To put details about that, that will be under the settings area. So if you go to settings on the back end and go to store, you can put like your bio here. We recommend doing that. It helps with your search engine optimization. Also put your logo on there too. That way that logo will appear on the e-ticket. All right, so here is our event page. Let's click the buy tickets. All right, and here's our event page. And here's a seating chart. And if I hover over any of the spaces, I can see what the cost is. So for example, full service is $150. I'll click checkout. The site doesn't have a payment gateway yet, so I won't be able to actually do a checkout. But you can see basically, the whole flow here. People can click buy tickets, and they can hover over all the available spots. This one I may have just clicked, so that's why it's not available. But if somebody doesn't book, if somebody clicks it and doesn't actually check out, it should be blocked for about maybe 30 minutes at most, or 10 minutes. Yeah, and as soon as somebody buys it, it'll be unavailable for someone else's purchase. So thanks for watching this video today, where we showed you how to build an entire map of all the RV and tent parking spots for a camping weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye now.